Good morning, folks. It is Saturday, June 14th, 2025. And it is 10:52 a.m. in the morning. I'm not doing a scale weight today. And there are reasons why I'm not today that I'm going to get into right now as soon as I get outside on the porch out where I'll talk. A lot more about it. So, yesterday evening was my mother-in-law's 88th birthday. 88th birthday. And we all kind of got together and took her out to a restaurant to eat, because when someone, in the family that's getting older like that, you definitely want to honor them. So it turns out my mother-in-law loves Japanese food. So that was good for me because I was able to get get them to cook me the healthier versions of the grilled chicken and mushrooms and also the steamed rice. I went with the steamed rice over the fried rice that they normally have to avoid the fat. But because of us eating that late in the evening, it caused a small uptick on the scale this morning. Nothing to be concerned about, and probably something that'll be gone away from first thing in the morning, to be honest with you. Just trying to wrap my head around all this eating normal and adding the starch in. Now, I know that is not the optimal time to be eating the rice and everything like that, but listen to me. The biggest thing that has helped me stay on this protocol so far, and everybody's situation is different. I've got two autistic kids. My mother-in-law has been there for me a lot in my situation, and still continues to be there for me to this day in the situation that, I am dealing with, for the rest of my life. So, of course I was going to participate. And that's the thing about it. There's a lot of diets where you can't participate in situations like this. Not in a way that looks normal. I mean, of course, you probably could have got away with doing that. You're probably saying you could have got away with doing some of that on that carnivore or that keto or some of that. But honestly, with what I went through with, the dinner looked more normal than what someone on those type of lifestyles would have had to go through, just in order to stay on their protocols. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've done it when I've been on those protocols. I've just ordered the meat, or if I was keto or ketovore or whatever the heck you want to call these things these days, I just get the meat and the vegetables. The ones that I could eat, like the mushrooms and the zucchini and stuff that they cook up. Because you could request pretty much whatever you want at those type of places. But yeah, it was really nice to be able to sit there and enjoy a normal feeling meal and nobody even questioned anything. Yeah, I got compliments on the weight loss from some family that hadn't saw me in quite a while. Like, oh, you're losing so much weight. You look great. I don't even have to tell them I'm doing the sugar diet at this point. I can just tell them I'm doing low fat. or zero fat. And they're like, oh yeah, I had a lot of success doing that type of diet back in the 90s and stuff myself. You hear a lot of that. Yeah, I've had that kind of success in the past. You know, not everything is attached to these YouTube, internet, and echo chambers like you think they would. A lot of people still remember those type of diets and protocols being the normal. So for me to be able to go there with them and just have my rice and my vegetables and everything, you know, and a little bit of soy sauce on there, and a little bit of teriyaki on my chicken and everything was the teriyaki on my chicken and my veggies was amazing. Delicious, very, very good. So yeah, I had a slight uptick on that scale. Sure, I could go in there and weigh in, but you know, a lot of that's still undigested food going on, and it's up to about 272.8 is what it was up to this morning when I checked it out. So that's up about a pound from yesterday, and this has been my usual experience when I have these typical, you know, thing. And if you think about it, with adding the starches in and stuff like that, that was pretty much, you know, minus the, you know, protein, the chicken. Oh goodness gracious, y'all, listen, that is one of the main driving forces behind why this diet has been successful for me. Being able to have normal outings with people, you know, like the Mexican restaurants and things that I've went to, you know, I've been able to, you know, eat and been able to rebound by going right back on the diet. And it's like it's so easy to just get back on, and even when you have slight movements in the scale like that, it's just super easy to rebound from. You've seen me do it many times now, many times. So slowing things down is the part of the protocol that I'm going to have to get used to. Slowing things down. Let's say I'm listening and I'm trying and I'm following that type of protocol now. Sometimes, you know, I put in a lot of walking and stuff like that, and that's the stuff I'm not gonna, you know, stop doing, is those health benefits, because those are the things that make me feel real good and stuff. So continuing all of that, you know, plus the resistance, liable to give me a pound or so of weight loss even when I'm trying to not lose, you know, quite as much. So that may happen. I don't want to put everything on standstill, and I'm not going to. But I am going to listen to the food advice that is given out there, and I'm going to do it in such a way till where, hey, listen, if a pound or so occurs, you know, and the scale doesn't stand still for 2 weeks straight, I ain't going to sweat those type of things. Not knowing that I'm not, you know, especially knowing the fact that, you know, I'm listening and I'm putting forth my best effort. Last week I only lost 2 pounds. I slowed down big on those starch days. I could have easily think if I had not have done that, I could have probably dropped at least another pound and a half to 2 pounds easily within the week. Easily. I could have easily, just doing the regular smoothies and stuff the way I do, you know, or you know, even some of the candy and soda stuff that I've done. I know I could have moved that scale, but definitely with the smoothie stuff, the fruit my fresh fruits and stuff, yeah, I could have moved it another pound or so, pound and a half, no problem. So my weight loss did slow down. It did slow down, and I don't know. It's what I'm trying to get out here is, I think, pretty much, I can go to my BMI. I could go all the way to my perfect number on that BMI, and I can float back to this the rest of my life. There's just something different about the way food affects me now that I have not experienced probably since I was a child. It's just something different the way food affects me in general. Like even when I'm out, eating something like a Mexican food, fajita, when I'm having the chips and the salsa, the dirty things, or if I go have a chicken liver dinner like I done some last month. I have not done any of those type of things this month, by the way. I did those things during the biggest parts of my weight loss last month. Still went out and had some dirty meals and rebounded off of those fairly easy with minimal difficulty. Minimal to no difficulty, I'd say. No difficulty at all. It's like my metabolism has changed in a way that I cannot describe. I cannot describe to you. Can't describe it. It's more like a feeling than a description. I know some of you probably are getting some of that too from what I've seen and heard out there from everyone. It's just like something's working different on the inside, and it's working in a better way than it ever has, or at least better than it has in a very long time. For me, anyway, at my age, 53. So, yeah, I think that's big. I think that's huge, and yeah, I will get on that scale and continue business as usual first thing in the morning. But yeah, we're at uptick today, and I am okay with that. Listen, to be able to eat like that and function normally in a functional setting, and only gain a pound off of it, and like I said, that pound is probably just unsettled food, eating later in the evening like that. Or when I say late in the evening, I'm talking about around 7:30 p.m. 7 p.m. 7:30, somewhere around there, between 7 p.m. 7:30. We got there, we ate kind of late, enjoyed my mom-in-law's birthday. Later we went to her house and they had coconut cake, which I did not partake in the coconut cake. I was full and satisfied off of the meal to the point where I didn't feel like I needed a piece. But also at the same time, if I wanted to have a piece, I could have had a piece and just floated back on the diet. If we lose that message, it's game over. I mean, nobody's going to want to do this if that message gets destroyed. That is one of the biggest driving forces that brought me to this diet space in the first place, was the fact that it was a protocol that you could relax on and then jump back on, and then not only that, but the satisfaction that you're getting off of the foods from the diet, kept you from overeating and stuff. It's just an enjoyable way of eating, especially for me, because it's been mostly with the fruits and the veggies that I've thrown in from time to time. But just letting you know how Saturday's going, and I won't be away in today. We'll just continue business as usual in the morning. See you then. All right, folks, that's all I got for this one. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.